What's going on, everybody? It's Noah. And in today's episode of the Rise Method, I want to provide you with 3 steps to get crystal clear on your vision, to gain more clarity in your life, to do away with that veil of fog and confusion that you might be having, so that way you can start actualizing and bringing your dreams to life, so you can start moving toward your goals in the most effective, most aligned manner. Okay, and to get right into it, the first step is going to be the simple tool of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is another term for affirmation. Okay, so that can literally be just sitting down in a meditative state, just tuning into your breath and affirming to yourself that I am clear headed, that I am in alignment with my vision, that I know the next step forward in my business, in my relationship. I know how to improve my health habits. Simply affirming that to yourself in this relaxed state. Okay, we spoke in a couple videos ago that when you are going about your day, living your normal life, you're operating in this elevated beta brainwave state. And with that, you are typically unconscious to these patterns that you're living by. These subconscious patterns, they're stored in your subconscious mind. And because you're in this waking state and you have so many tasks to do, you're so busy, it's hard for you to notice those going running in the background. So you're just running automatically off of these patterns. So in this relaxed meditative state, what you can do is actually make those suggestions of affirmation. You can help to embed them at a deeper level in the subconscious mind and to make change at a subconscious level. A big thing with autosuggestion is the repetition of the autosuggestion. So it will feel incongruent at first. It can feel incongruent at first. It can feel, silly to just be chanting these things to yourself, and they are lacking, yes, when they are not integrating the feeling as well. All right. So when you are clear-headed, okay, that's the second thing. When you are in a state of clarity, it's feeling into what would it be like to have that clarity now? Okay, what would it be like to have a clear sense of your next steps, to have that direction going forward? Okay, if you're just saying these things to yourself again and again and again, can be helpful, yes, the power of your voice of speaking that to yourself is one element, but to make that complete and to really give it its full potency, you combine the intention with an elevated emotion, as Joe Dispenza says. So combining a clear intention with an elevated emotion. So sitting into the feeling of what it would be like to have that clarity now. Okay, so it's probably along the lines of feeling excited or feeling confident, feeling passionate. Get used to feeling the emotions associated with clarity, because clarity, yes, while it's not an emotion per se, there are feelings, there are sensations associated with that. And this is why it's so important to, have clarity in the first place, to live from the end, okay, to have a vision of the end. And it doesn't have to necessarily be just so crystal clear, purely defined, but clear enough to that you have a sense of the sensations of how you're feeling in your body and the thoughts that you be thinking on a regular basis, to take your next step forward and to have the clarity for the time being to keep moving. Because as you take action, and that's your third step, as you take action toward that end goal, okay, that's going to help create clarity. Because again, in the beginning, you can conceptualize a vision, a dream for yourself, and you can sit into a meditative state and you can really integrate the feelings and the thoughts associated with that. But if you're not taking action towards it, if you're not having the faith, if you're not embodying that faith as you go about taking action, then there's always going to be this certain sense of needing to know more. And I experienced this firsthand myself. We're getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready, as opposed to realizing that you are ready now, that you do know the next step forward. That still small voice is always within you, because you will always have access to that infinite intelligence within you, and it's always guiding you toward the realization of your higher self. And as you take action, right, as you go about the how, okay, the how might be different than how you might conceptualize it now, but you take action nonetheless. And then it creates more clarity around what it is you exactly want, right? So you get even more clear on the end, and from that clarity comes more intimations as to how you're going to move in that direction. So taking action helps to refine the goal itself. It helps to refine your sense of clarity when you're doing that on a regular basis. So to overview, the 3 steps into gaining maximal clarity for yourself is to implement the tool of auto-suggestion, that you are clear, that you have an understanding and an intuitive understanding of the next step forward, and then 2, integrating the feeling associated with that understanding, with that sense of clarity, right? The confidence that tends to come with that, the excitement, the passion that tends to come with that, the joy that tends to come with that. Being able to sit in those in the body, because the body is the repository of the subconscious mind. And when you can sit in the feeling, okay, it's helping to accelerate that change at a subconscious level, because the body does not know the difference between an imagined and a real experience. And then 3 is taking action, okay, embodying that imagined experience. This is the final stage of the RISE method, right? The embodiment, taking action, embodying what you just experienced, that sense of clarity and the emotions associated with that clarity. And in that taking action, continually we are refining the vision. Okay, we are course correcting along the way, because as human beings, that's part of the journey where we're coming up against trials and resistances, and it helps to bring us back to remember that sense of clarity, right? When we're getting overwhelmed or when we're getting confused, it's in the process of taking action, taking aligned action, that we bring that about, and that we can feel more focused, more clear-headed, more energetic in our lives. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can check out the additional resources below. Leave any comments or questions that you might have. I'm so grateful for you to be here. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I love you so much. And until next time, let's rise.